How is it going, everyone? It is ZLR here, and today we're doing our Week 5 recap of the UFL season. And the first game we had was the Memphis Showboats and the Birmingham Stallions, with the Showboats actually winning it 24-20. We had Dresser win, get 17 completions out of 29 attempts for 235 yards and a touchdown. Deneric Prince had 12 attempts at rushing for 59 yards. Jalen Jackson had 5 attempts at rushing for 18 yards. And Dresser Wynn had 4 attempts at rushing for 11 yards. We had D. Anderson have 4 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Kawami Lassiter had 5 receptions for 65 yards. Isaiah Washington had 5 receptions for 42 yards. Jonathan Jonathan Adams had 2 receptions for 29 yards. Deneric Prince had 1 reception for 6 yards. And for the Stallions side, we had Case Cookus complete 15 passes out of 33 attempts, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a interception. And we also had Case Cookus uh, attempt 6 rushing. That sounds stupid. Um, Case Cookus attempted rushing 6 times and got 83 yards. Ricky Person Jr. had 8 attempts at rushing for 41 yards, and CJ Marable had 8 attempts at rushing for 24 yards. If I said that Ricky Person had 24 yards, I'm sorry, he had 41. Dion Kane had 5 receptions for 50 yards. Jordan Thomas had 1 reception, 33 yards, and a touchdown. We had CJ Marable with 4 receptions, 21 yards. Davion Davis, 2 receptions, 21 yards. Jalen Camp, 1 reception, 10 yards. Marlon Williams, 1 reception, 6 yards, and a touchdown. And, oh boy, hi, how you doing? I guess he's going to join me today. And Austin Watkins with 1 reception for 4 yards. How you doing, Ace? But yeah, pretty decent start to this week. Oop. Okay, let's move you out of the way real quick. Just need him off of the computer. And now we can go over to the next game, which is, come on. There we go. The Michigan Panthers and the St. Louis Battlehawks. And the Battlehawks won this one 32-27. And honestly, pretty decent game. Just gotta get the stats up. Where are you? So, offensive stats. We had Bryce Perkins complete 21 passes out of 25 attempts for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. Danny Etling had 4 completions out of 9 attempts for 59 yards and a interception. Does not look good there for him. Don't know why it's not scrolling down with my thing there. But we had Toa with 15 attempts at rushing, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Nate McCrary had 10 attempts at rushing for 23 yards. Bryce Perkins had 4 attempts at rushing for 14 yards. And Jaden Sheridan had 1 attempt at rushing for 2 yards. Sorry, my voice kind of just went there for a second. Seosi Mariner, 6 catches for 111 yards. Malik Turner, 8 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Samson Nakua, 3 receptions for 46 yards. I also believe he got into a very heated argument with a fan, and he ended up slapping him over the face. Um, Gunnar Oaks, 2 receptions, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Toa Taua, I'm still not sure of that name. 2 receptions, 18 yards. Cole Hikutini, 1 reception, 13 yards. Jaden Sheridan, 1 reception, 8 yards. Jalen Moore, 1 reception, 6 yards. And Nate McCrary, 1 reception, 2 yards. And now, okay, it worked going up, but not down. That's weird. Then we have Max Duggan completing 9 passes out of 12 attempts, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Blake Jackson had 1 attempt and 1 completed pass for 57 yards and a touchdown as well. Um, Max Duggan had 10 attempts at rushing for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacob Sailors had 12 attempts at rushing for 49 yards. Jarvian Howard, 3 attempts at rushing, 4 yards. Gary Jennings Jr. One attempt at rushing for 3 yards, and Frank Darby had 1 attempt but didn't get anything out of it. Then we had Hakeem Butler, 2 receptions, 124 yards. That's a lot of yards off of just 2 receptions. Jacob Sailors, 2 receptions, 23 yards. Jake Sutherland, 2 receptions, 21 yards. Blake Jackson, 2 receptions, 16 yards. And Jacour Pearson, 2 receptions, -3 yards. And man, that did not look good for them. Then we have, oh, hi Ace again. Hi. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? Oh, hey. He is going to just he's playing with my arm. Excuse me, boss. I need to complete my video here. You see? Look, there's you. No, no look. Okay. But anyway, we had the DC Defenders. Damn. Yo, stop. Get out of here. What the hell? He scratched me up pretty good just then. What's going on? What is going on? Ow. Let me go open the door real quick. Yes, I'm not cutting this in. I'm not cutting any of this out either. All right. But anyway, DC Defenders won 37-33 in a really, really good game here. Let me get these stats again. Defense. No, offense. I'm stupid. Jordan Teamu, 23 completions out of 46 attempts, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a interception. Looks like the Defenders are going to be a really good team this year. He also had 8 attempts at rushing for 37 yards and a touchdown. Deion Jackson had 6 attempts at rushing for 32 yards and a touchdown. Chris Rowland had one attempt at rushing for 18 yards, and Abram Smith had 9 attempts at rushing for 9 yards. Then we had Cornell Powell with 4 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Braylon Sanders had 3 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Rowland had 7 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Javon Antonio had 4 receptions, 33 yards. Jaden Mickens had 3 receptions for 33 yards. Briley Moore McKinney had 1 reception for 6 yards, and Deion Jackson had 1 reception for 5 yards. And for the Renegade side of things, we had Luis Perez, 23 completions out of 33 attempts, 268 yards, a touchdown, and a interception. Kalen Ballage, I believe his name is, 10 attempts at rushing for 79 yards and a touchdown. Day Hunter, 6 attempts at rushing for 16 yards. Luis Perez, 1 attempt at rushing for 10 yards. And Devion Smith with 1 attempt at rushing for 2 yards and a touchdown. Seth Green had 1 attempt at rushing for 1 yard. Then we had Deontay Burnett with 3 receptions, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Winstead, 3 receptions, 67 yards. Sorry about that cut. My cat decided to jump on me and practically get me right here, so I'm not happy right now. But anyway, Tyler Vaughn's had 5 receptions for 56 yards. Javonta Payton had 1 reception for 26 yards. Sal Cannella had 6 receptions for 23 yards. Seth Green had 2 receptions for 22 yards. And Kalen Ballage had 3 receptions for -4 yards. And now we go to the last game with the Houston Roughnecks beating my team, well, my favorite team, the San Antonio Brahmas, 27-3. We absolutely, we just got, they have to do better. They have to do better. But Jalen McClendon, 22 completions out of 32 attempts for 171 yards and 8 interception. Zaquandre White had 11 attempts at rushing for 40 yards. Kirk Merritt had 6 attempts at rushing for 24 yards. Jalen McClendon had 8 attempts at rushing for 17 yards. Lorenzo Lingard had 6 attempts at rushing for 13 yards. And Lawrence Keys III had 1 attempt at rushing for 12 yards. For the oh my god, that is a lot of that's a lot of receivers. Justin Hall, 9 receptions for 68 yards. Josh Peterson, 3 receptions, 27 yards. Kiki Chisholm with 3 receptions, 18 yards. TJ Vasher, 1 reception for 14 yards. Emmanuel Butler, 1 reception, 10 yards. Lawrence Keys, 1 reception, 8 yards, as well as Kirk Merritt. Marcus Sims had 1 reception, 7 yards. Jorquarius Spivey with 1 reception, 6 yards, and Zaquandre White with 1 reception, 5 yards. And for the Brahma side of things, we had Kellen Mond, 4 completions out of 9 attempts, 35 yards, and a interception. Jarrett Garantano had 6 completed passes out of 15 attempts for 29 yards and a interception. We have the worst quarterbacks in the league. Anthony McFarland, 6 attempts at rushing for 40 yards. Jarrett Garantano with 3 attempts at rushing for 24 yards. Aiden Robbins with 3 attempts at rushing for 12 yards. And Jashawn Corbin, 2 attempts at rushing, 1 yard. We also had Jacob Harris, 1 reception for 24 yards. John Trey Kirkland with 4 receptions, 21 yards. Jashawn Corbin with 3 receptions, 14 yards. Steven Stellanos with 1 reception, 6 yards, and Marquez Stevenson, 1 reception but got -1 yard. And that's it for this week. On Wednesday, there'll be the regular predictions video, but there could be a video out today or tomorrow about the NFL draft. I'm probably just going to put out a Patriots fans reaction to it and not do a recap, but I might do I might do a recap later in the week, but I know I want to get out a Patriots fan reaction to it. But anyway, hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. See you around.